Hey there, welcome back to another video. Just like last time, my name is Nick. Got my notes right here like always, and today we got some women's Olympic hockey to talk about, don't we? There were 3 games today. There were originally supposed to be 4, but the game between Canada and Finland was postponed. The Finnish women's national team has a virus running through their roster. They did not have enough players to put out on the ice today, so the game was postponed until February 12th. I thought I was going crazy because I knew there were 4 games on the schedule. And then during the USA and Czechia, they announced that Finland was having health issues with their team. Game was postponed. So I would like to start off like getting into the reviews by saying I am sorry to all these Olympians. I have listened to how to say your names 5 or 6 times each to make sure I do an okay job, and I will probably still butcher your names, and I am very sorry about that. Let's get into it. Starting out with Sweden versus Germany. In the first period, Sweden came out looking like the better of the 2 teams. They were out shooting Germany for most of the first period, and at 2 minutes and 24 seconds into the game, Nina Kristoff would take a 2-minute cross-checking penalty, putting Sweden on the power play. Germany would kill off that penalty, and then at 7:59, Germany would get a power play of their own when Sarah Hjalmarsson took a 2-minute slashing penalty. On that power play, Germany would score at 8 minutes and 30 seconds on their first shot of the game, on a goal by Katrina Jobst-Smith, her first goal of the tournament, putting Germany up 1-0. She had assists from Luisa Velkel and Karina Strobel. Sweden would get another power play at 9 minutes and 25 seconds when Laura Klug would take a 2-minute tripping penalty. Germany would once again kill off the penalty, and then Sweden would get on the goal at 11 minutes and 53 seconds when Lena Ljungblom got her first goal of this tournament, tying it at 1-1. She had assists from Felisa Winkel Zeinkenvist and Jenna Rauno. That would lead to the end of the period with a tie score of 1-1. Going into the second period, Sweden would once again end up on the power play when Selina Heider took a 2-minute tripping penalty. This time, Germany was not able to kill it off. Sweden would get a power play goal at 27 minutes and 3 seconds, putting them up 2-1. Another goal by Lena Ljungblom, her second of the day, second in the tournament. She had assists from Lisa Johansson and Sophie Lunden. Sweden would end up with another power play at 38 minutes and 7 seconds into the game. Emily Nix got a 2-minute minor for an illegal hit, and they would once again capitalize. Sweden would on the power play at 39 minutes and 20 seconds. Mira Jongengar got her first goal of the tournament to put Sweden up 3-1. She had assists from Lisa Johansson and Jenna Rauno, both getting their second assist of the day, and Mira Jongengar got her first goal of the tournament. At the end of the second period, Sweden had a lead of 3-1. Going into the third period, Sweden would get a goal at 51 minutes and 20 seconds in the game, putting them up 4-1. And this was a goal off of Thea Johansson, her first of the tournament, with assists from Hilda Svensson and Hannah Olsen, both getting their first assists of the tournament. At the end of the game, Sweden would be up 4-1, and in most sports, that means they win, just like it does in hockey. The goalies in this game for Sweden, they had Ebba Svensson-Troff in net. She had 15 saves on 16 shots, and Germany had Sandra Abestier. She had 33 saves on 37 shots. The second game on the docket today was the host country, Italy versus France. In the first period, France would get a power play at 9 minutes and 12 seconds when Francesca Strolder got a 2-minute tripping minor. France would get a power play goal at 9 minutes and 42 seconds, just 30 seconds into that power play, putting them up 1-0 off of a shot by Gabrielle Desaurret. Again, I'm sorry. This actually bounced off of an Italian player's shoulder into the net, past the goalie. Her first goal of the tournament with an assist from Clara Rozier, her first assist. Italy would get a goal of their own just 1 minute later at 10:42 from Kayla Tutino, her first of the tournament, with an assist from Nadia Mativi, her first assist, tying the game 1-1. And that is how we would go into the second period, tied. At 27 minutes and 5 seconds, Italy would get a power play when Clara Rozier would take a 2-minute illegal hit minor. France would kill that penalty off, and then at 35 minutes and 17 seconds, Italy would score again, this time from Rebecca Roccello, her first of the tournament. Italy was up 2-1 at this point, and the assists went to Kristen Del Rovere, her first, and Laura Lobis got her first assist also on that goal. At the end of the second period, Italy was up 2-1. In the third period, Italy would come out swinging, essentially. Just 14 seconds into the third period, they would get a goal from Matilda Fantin, her first of the tournament. Italy up 3-1. Italy would score again at 44 minutes and 59 seconds, this time from Kristen Del Rovere, her first goal, second point of the day, because she had that assist on Rebecca Roccello's goal in the second period, and she had an assist from Anna Calmo. Italy would be up 4-1 after that. There would be a set of offsetting minors at 46 minutes and 47 seconds. Italy's Manuela Heidenberg would get a 2-minute interference penalty, and then France's Jade Barbarati, again, I'm sorry about these names, Barbarati would get a 2-minute roughing penalty, offsetting those. At 47-28, Italy would get a power play when Chloe Arad Boucher got a 2-minute boarding penalty. France would kill that off. They would get another power play of their own at 54-43 when Kristen Del Rovere took a 2-minute illegal hitting minor. Italy would kill that penalty, and the game would end 4-1 in favor of Italy. The goalies for this game, for Italy, we had Martina Fidel. She had 4 saves on 15 shots. Almost said assists there. That would have been impressive, being there were only 4 goals scored. And France had Alice Filbay in net. She had 42 saves on 46 shots. Having 40 plus saves in a game and losing is kind of crazy, especially at the Olympics. And now our third game of the day, USA versus Czechia. In the first period, USA would get a power play at 15-24 when Dominika Laskova gave an illegal check to the head, giving her a 2-minute minor. On that power play, USA would score on a goal from Alex Carpenter, her first of the tournament, with assists from Megan Keller and Layla Edwards, both getting their first assists of the tournament. USA up 1-0. That is how we would end the first period, and going into the second, USA would score a goal at 23 minutes and 13 seconds into the game. Joy Dunn getting her first goal of the tournament to put the U.S. up 2-0 with an assist from Tessa Janiski, her first assist. USA would score another goal at 24-36, this time from Haley Skamora, her first goal of the tournament, putting the U.S. up 3-0, and Tessa Janiski got her second assist of the day. U.S. would get a power play at 26:30 when Barbara Jurikova took a minor penalty for an illegal hit. Czechia would kill that penalty off. And then, as this penalty was expiring and Jurikova was coming out of the penalty box, Natalia Milnikova, I'm sorry again about these names, Natalie Milikova would find her on a stretch pass out of the box for Czechia's first goal of the tournament. USA would be up 3-1. It was also Jurikova's first goal of the tournament, by default of it being Czechia's first goal of the tournament. USA would answer at 37 minutes and 50 seconds with a goal by Hillary Knight. This actually puts her one goal shy of tying the record for most U.S. goals with the women's national team at the Olympics. She sits at 13, the record is 14. So there is a chance that Hilary Knight could become the all-time scoring American woman at the Olympics during this tournament. Her assists were from Alex Carpenter, who had a goal of her own earlier, so her second point, and Hannah Bilka. Czechia would get a power play when Layla Edwards took a 2-minute tripping penalty right around the end of the period. So going into the third period, they would have about 1 minute and 12 seconds of power play time to kick off the third. The U.S. would kill off the rest of that penalty in the third period, and then at 44 minutes and 22 seconds, Haley Scamora would get her second goal of the game with an assist by Kelly Panic. U.S. would get another power play when Dominika Laskova would find herself back in the penalty box for a delay of game, but there was only 2.4 seconds left on the clock. USA would win that game 5-1. The goalies for this game, in net for the U.S., we had Erin Frankel. That's why I'm wearing my Boston Fleet hat. She had 13 saves on 14 shots. And for Czechia, they had Klara Peslarova. She had 37 saves on 42 shots. And I did 3 stars of the day across the games. My third star, Alice Filbert, with 42 saves from France. 42 saves is crazy. She is the only reason that this game was not 10-1. Goalies don't normally score in hockey. It happens occasionally, but you can't blame her for the offense not being able to score. Number 2, we have Haley Scamora. Second star of the day, I should say. I have Haley Scamora. She has 2 goals for the USA. And my first star, I gave it to Lena Ljungblom. She also had 2 goals for Sweden, but she had the goal that got them on the board in the first place, and then she has the game-winning goal because she got the first 2 goals for Sweden. So, pretty entertaining first day. We only have 2 games tomorrow. I am looking forward to them. I think I'm going to be doing daily reviews for the women's and the men's once that tournament kicks off. But tonight, I believe tonight is the last night for the men's NHL. So that tournament will be starting in about a week's time. There's not much overlap between the two either, so should be pretty easy. But if you made it this far, you might as well hit that subscribe button. Just like always, if you do, you're going to start helping me fund my hat addiction, and that will mean you get to see your favorite team's hat on my head when I do a video on them next time. But until then, bye-bye.